Hello viewers, welcome to the new sewing hub. In today's video I'm going to show you guys how to sew a Yoruba cap, a Yoruba native cap actually. So let's get to the video. So here now we have our measurements and we are working with the head circumference of 23 and a half. Working with the head circumference of 23 and a half. Then the height of the cap is actually 9 inches. So let's mark the 9 inches, although we added an extra 1 inch, making it 10 inches. That's for the folding at the top and also the down side. So now we are going to mark out the head circumference of 23 and a half. Then after that we'll also shift our tape and add an extra 1 inch, making it 24 and a half inch. That's for the sewing allowance and all that. Now we're also going to mark the other side so that our cutting will be straight as you're seeing in this video. Now let's get our rule and mark and join the lines so that it's easy for us to mark it. To cut it actually, sorry guys. Now we are working with our scissors. Remember, this is the main fabric, although if I actually have a lining, if I'm working with a lining, this other one now will be the lining. So I'm going to cut out this English mat, as some people to call it. Now also trace it with that exact one that we have cut earlier. So it's actually not a big something now. So one is the main fabric while the other is the lining. So now is our hairstay, or some people also do call it stiff, but this one is very very strong. So here now we marked 3 inches. Now for the width, we will be working with 24 and a half inch. That same thing that you marked while cutting your fabric. We marked 24 and a half inch. Now this other side we'll be marking also 3 inch, same thing that we have done to the height the other end. So now we are going to cut it. Remember, if you are actually working with the right material, that's this hairstay now, it's very very easy to cut. I just give it a little nudge, then I use my hand and it to be that exact 3 inch. Remember to click the subscribe button if you are finding value in this video. So this part that is a bit rough, we are going to trim it before gumming it to the fabric. Now I'm done with the trimming, so I'm now gumming it. As you can see clearly in this video, I gave half of an inch from the tip of the fabric before gumming it. Half of an inch. Make sure you give half of an inch before gumming it, because you also sew there. Just watch please. Look, I'm done gumming it, then I'll fold it a bit. That's half of an inch. Then this other big part, that's the bigger part, I also fold it, because I'm done. I don't think I'll be coming to design again because the cost of it. Please guys, click the subscribe button and also like this video, and also drop a comment in the comment section. So now for the sewing, the right side and the right side of this fabric will be to be facing each other. Then when you're about to sew, you just don't sew very close to the hairstay, just give a little gap. Have you seen how my own is? Have you seen how my own looks like? So now we are done with the sewing. Then we have to open it. Remember, the right side and the other right side will be together, because if you're also working with the lining, it will be just the same thing, almost similar. I'm just assuming that these other parts that I didn't gum is my lining actually. So now for this part as well, so we have to push it to the right side. Have you seen how my own is facing? My own is not facing the hairstay, it's facing the other part. So have you seen how my own is? Sorry guys, I won't be making use of iron in this video because of the cost of fuel in my region. So now we are done sewing actually. So now we have to like fold it into two, and now you divide it with your measuring tape. That's the 23 and a half now. So you divide it by two. Have you seen how my own? Sorry guys, I'm the person actually doing this video. I would have showed you guys how I'm sewing, but I will just give you guys direct tips on how I did it. I just divided it by two. Have you seen it? I also divided it by two. That's the 23 and a half by two, and also marked it. I also did the same thing this other end. Have you seen my chalk there? Have you seen my chalk there? Have you seen this one as well? So I'm going to like sew it straight. I'll sew it straight. Then before you start sewing, this place now is very 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 important, because if you miss this aspect, you have really done a lot of mistake in your sewing. So it will be equal, it will be equal, it will be equal, it will be equal. That's the thread now. That's the place that you have already folded at first with this other side. It should be equal. So now we are going to sew straight. We are going to start from there now. From that place that my needle is, start from there. So then turn it to the other side and sew as well. So for this part now, you make use of your iron. Make sure you iron it thoroughly. This place now is very very important, because if you didn't iron it, or more, it's a law. Now for this part now, just watch closely. This joining now, have you seen it? I'll hold there now, then I will turn it out. I'll turn it out. Just if you are going to sew your, just do it the same way I'm doing mine in this video. Because if you try on this, me no know if the thing go work for you. I will use my hand to stretch it a bit. Then I'll still iron the inside so that it will be smooth, it will relax. Have you seen that little gap I gave? Have you seen it? It's making the other fabric, that's the lining now, not to show. Now for you to start sewing it, the joining must be equal. Like that place that you joined, have you seen it? Okay, I'm still working with the wrong side though, as the joining has to be equal. That's that place that you sewed straight, it should be equal before you start sewing. Now sew it round. I'm already done with the sewing. We're almost coming to the end of this video actually. Have you seen it? I sewed it straight so that when I'm like fixing the top, it won't be that difficult. Have you seen how I traced this thing? I want to find the center of it, like the center of the cap. So this is how to get the center of the cap. Actually, I measured 4 inches. Then this other side, I measured 4 inches, 4 inches also. Then this other end, 4 inches. Remember, the other side is closed. Have you seen? I'm going to use my hand to make a C shape. Make sure that you get your C shape accurately. Now I'm going to make my use of my scissors, because we want to get the exact distance for that's the center now of the cap. That's the top actually. Have you seen it? It's still big. We are still going to like cut it. That same thing. Just we are going to be trying it till we get that exact distance. Remember to click the subscribe button, guys, and also like this video. Now we're also going to trim it a bit again. Have you seen it this time around? Let me just show you guys the thing I've gotten so far. Now these other parts, we just cut it a little. Now remember, this one now is my lining actually. One is the main fabric, while the other one is the lining. So we are going to use that first one that I've cut to trim it out. That's is usually two. Now for this part now, just watch closely, guys. The wrong side will be facing each other. Now I'm going to sew it round so that it will be easy for me to fix it. Have you seen it? I'm already done with the sewing actually. So now it's now time for me to like fix it. Have you seen? I'm still working with the wrong side. I'm still working the wrong side of the cap. Sorry, guys. Have you seen it? That same point. That same point. I'll sew it. When I'll be sewing, I'll be making sure it's at the edge of that round top, round the should I say cap that I'm going to use to make the top of the cap. So we are already done with it, and there are some little excess, so we had to like cut it out with our scissors. Remember, guys, if you are sewing a fabric that is not ankara, that's plain material now, remember you have to like gum it with your fabric gum or cloth gum, as some people do call it. Now see how the top looks like. Remember, you are still going to like go to the weaving machine and weave it so that your work will look so neat. Now watch closely, guys. I'm now turning it inside. I'm turning it inside. Turning it inside. And make sure that it's very very cool, like the base now, the top, before you start. Before I'll show you guys the next step that I'm going to take. Just make sure it looks so nice and cool. Now for you to start sewing, you just push here in a bit, just small, a little. A little. Have you seen how I actually did it? If you didn't see it, just reverse the video, like go back a bit and watch how I did it. Remember, I'm not sewing up to half of an inch, just 1/8 or 3/8 will be okay. Not half of an inch, actually, just smooth something. Now we are done sewing it around. Now this is how our cap looks like. See how the inner side is. Remember, guys, to click the subscribe button. Bye. See you guys in my next video.